Hello everybody, here we are again, Cooper and I. We were planning to go take a walk in the woods and then it snowed overnight. So here we are, just in our yard. Just wanted to give you a heads up. So the next reading that I'm going to be doing is going to be on the Prime Minister of Greenland. So Frederick Nielsen. So he will be the next person that I'll be doing a reading on. I know that the King of Denmark is Frederik's X, the 10th. Frederik Andreas Hendricks Christensen is his name. But I will be doing it on the Prime Minister instead of the King. I think that the Prime Minister has more to do with the actual dealing with the democratic process. So I will be doing it on him. Yeah, and I'm going to make a little video out of this. I will be splicing together some questions and answers. So you guys would ask a question and I would answer. And I have been doing them little by little. Whenever I have a chance, I answer them. And so I will be splicing them together. And after this, I probably will be gone for all the month of February. February will be a travel month for me. I will be traveling for business, and then I'm going to be traveling at the end of the month to see my family and take care of a few things in New York and in the Caribbean, Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico. So I'll be traveling then. So it's going to be hard for me to make tazas. If I can, I will, but I can't promise that. So yeah, that's what that will be about. But in the meantime, I have a few questions, very interesting questions that people have asked about the tazas, and I will be answering. And some of them I have already made videos in my house and so forth. So you will see a different scenery. And then the other thing is, a lot of people have been asking me, emailing me to make tazas on people in the Middle East. I was very enthusiastic about making tazas in the Middle East. Unfortunately, I didn't get a very good reply. So if I said that the Ayatollah Khomeini would be dying, he will be shot, people will get mad because he wasn't killed the way they wanted him to be killed. I'm not saying everyone's like that, but a lot of the feedback I got was, well, you know, you're being too generous with him. He's an old man. He's going to get killed. I do what you want me to tell you, that he's going to be, you know, squashed and smashed to smithereens. So I kind of stay away from doing Middle Eastern tazas. I'm more aligned with the people of Palestine than actually a lot of the Palestinians living here in the US, unfortunately. I'm sorry to say that. But my heart goes out to the Palestinians. But the way that a lot of their country folk voted here in the US has kind of turned me off from making tazas about them. And I know people will be mad, but that's the truth. That is the honest truth. And so I will be staying away from that for a while. I do want to do one on Zelensky because I want to make sure he'll be okay. So I'll be doing that in the future. And also, you have asked me to do some tazas. Hey, Cooper, come over here. Leave that alone, buddy. Come here, Cooper, ven, mi negro, ven, negrito, ven. Cooper, leave it. Come on, negrito. Hey, what you got down here? What you got in your mouth? Come here. Cooper, let me see. Let mama see it. What you got on your mouth, bunny? Holy cow, what you got in your mouth? I was not expecting it to snow overnight. I didn't see it in my forecast, so I didn't flip his bed, but here he is. Some people have been asking me to do a taza on Sasha Riley, maybe in the future. So to the new people that have been subscribing, so I don't really like to do readings on things that are out on the news. I kind of like to predict what will be out on the news. So let's say something happens on the news and I'm supposed to do a reading on what they're talking about on the news. I don't like that. I typically like to predict the news, not just talk about the news and what will, what happened and what will be happening after that. So with regards to Jeffrey Epstein, many years ago, 2017, 2018, I think, I did a reading, and everybody was saying, a lot of people were saying Ghislaine Maxwell is dead, and she's in Arabia, she's in one of the Middle Eastern countries. And I said, no, she's alive and well, and she is in her home country, either in the United States, England, or France, probably the United States. And sure enough, there she was. And I saw this is disgusting. So I saw a lot of fellatio and blowjobbing coming from her. A lot of things to do with blowjobs. I know, gross. Okay. Maybe blowjobs can heal the world, but blowjobs can blow up the world as well. So, pun intended. But she is in my tazas being threatened that she would have to do blowjobs. And now in retrospect, I kept seeing a lot of blowjobs in those Ghislaine Maxwell tazas. In retrospect, when I heard that Jeffrey Epstein's brother told Jeffrey Epstein, hey, you think that Putin has pictures of Trump blowing Bubba? That makes more sense to me now. If you go back to 2018, 2019, I made videos on Ghislaine Maxwell. This is way before she was arrested, way before people knew where she was, way before she was, they thought she was dead. I told you, she will be arrested. She's alive and well, she will be arrested. And we're gonna hear crap about blowjobs. Well, 2026 now, and things are coming to pass with her. So I may do a shout out about that. But like I said, let's see how everything settles down. And then I may make a video on the Sasha Riley guy. But let's just see. Because like I said, I like to predict what will be in the news. I am just bored to death about doing readings on things that have already showed up on the news. I really can't do a good job on that. The fun in it, the sport, is on predicting what will be on the news for me. So yeah. And for my new subscribers, I would suggest that if you can check out my playlist, things that have come to pass or predictions that have come to pass, I will put a link in this video. You can check those out. You will see the power of the taza. The power of the taza. And so yeah, so let me just insert a few explanations of some of the recent readings and a few of the questions and answers from viewers. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Happy Martin Luther King Day. We are enjoying our long weekend, and we are out here in our yard. Like I told you, look, feeding the birds, the natural life, the squirrels. And now the water's frozen, but this morning I poured in hot water that froze again. Northern Colorado freezes over every once in a while. And so yeah, we'll see you soon. Please enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, so I had a few questions in the comments that were good questions and good suggestions. So I just wanted to tell you about this whole thing here that I have the map. So this is a Christine Nome cup, right? This was her cup. And she's from South Dakota. So I'm guessing this here is something to do with South Dakota. Now, when you look at the map, I know that Oregon and Washington, So I know that Oregon and Washington, they're far away from the Dakotas, right? But if you look at the map, the United States is really big, right? If you see this, she's from South Dakota, so I'm guessing this is this side here. You could see two little pieces of land. 1, 2. And then a vast, so 1, 2 little pieces of land, and then all this. Right? All this. Mainly here. Here. Here, you see it? And then this area here.
this side. I'm sorry. I have a cold and I've been coughing a lot, so pardon me. Excuse me. So yeah, so that's why I say that. I know they're far away, but it's not like it's pinpointing me anywhere. So it's something going to be happening around that area. Maybe not all at once, maybe, throughout, the next year or 2 years. So that was that. And then the other question, which was very good, somebody said, I wish that the tazas could be darker. This is pretty dark, pretty much as dark as it gets. However, when I'm doing a taza for a black person or a person of color or someone really dark or someone that has dark friends, dark family, they come out darker, way darker. So the fact is that Christy Gnome really doesn't hang around much with darker people. See, the only dark one here was this lady. See? And then there's another person. I'm going to touch up on that. So this was Donald Trump. Remember that? Here's his leg. He has a messed up leg. And because yesterday I was kind of in a rush. After I took another read at it, I noticed that he's going to be losing. Someone will be passing away that is close to him, that is of a darker complexion than him. So I don't know who that might be. I'm not sure who that might be. So I did leave that out in the taza. I wasn't too sure. And then after reviewing it, I realized that. But this isn't Christy Gnome's cup. Okay, just wanted to throw that in. That edit in. Oh, another important question someone asked. Can you do a taza on ice? I don't know how to do that. The taza, you have to do it on a sentient being. Ice is like a organization, so that's why I did the Christy Gnome. I did the Christy Gnome on ice. She represents ice. She's the head, right? So if you wanted to get something, that's what you do. Otherwise, can you imagine just on ice? Do you know how many people work there? Who am I reading on? Who's this person? Who's that person? It wouldn't be organized. It wouldn't make sense. It would be very hard to decipher. So you kind of anchor yourself with a person, something living, or something that once had something with a soul. Something with a soul. And so that's that. So, if you want to know about a specific organization, you typically go to the head or the person in charge or the country. That's why I do presidents, because I want to know what's going on in the countries. Yep. So that was a good suggestion. But then again, many of you already know that. But for those of you that are new or may not know, the tazas are best done on a sentient being. Well, thank you again. Here's Mr. Cooper again. Cooper is living his best life ever. Love him. He's a blessing to us. He's my little baby. I love him so much. Okay, another thing, really quickly, I wanted to touch on. With regards to sorry, I don't mean to offend anybody with the Middle East part, but it is hard. I'm a human being. I'm a very sensitive person. If you come up here and you do a taza and people just shut it down, especially the people from that country or that region of the world, it's kind of hard. So I'm going to stay away from that. If I get more people saying, yeah, I'm from there and I want you to do a reading, maybe I will probably do it. But as soon as I get a criticism out of respect and I don't really know where they're coming from, I don't live there, maybe their parents and them have lived there, I kind of stay away. But also, I think a lot of people are missing the forest for the trees. For example, I did a reading years ago and I saw Donald Trump dead, lying in state. I thought people were going to be over the moon. Oh yeah, the witch is dead kind of situation. Absolutely not. No. A few people were like, okay, good, we're going to get rid of him.
blah blah blah. But a lot of people were like, oh no, what are you talking about? Why is he lying in state? No way, we cannot have that. He cannot lie in state. You're missing the forest for the trees. The main message is the guy croaked. The guy croaked. That's the main message. So with the tazas, oh my god, I'm not trying to be like harboring and complaining. I'm just telling you as a reader, because a lot of you want to learn to read the cup, and I will always encourage you to learn. I will not discourage anybody from learning to read it, but it comes with baggage. It comes with a price. Like, people are upset when you say certain things. And if it's one or two people, it's not a big deal. But when it's a whole mess of people, you're like, what? I just told you, while Trump was president, that he will die and he will be lying in state. I thought many people would. I know I'm not going to be monetized for this video. I'm not monetized at all, but I will never be monetized for this. But I'm just going to tell you, I've never received a penny from YouTube, not one single red penny. And I've been doing this for over 6 years now. But I will tell you, Donald Trump, I saw him lying in state croaking years and years ago. And not everybody was happy, because people concentrated on, why is he lying in state? You know, things are not exactly how we want them to be. You got to take the good for the bad. And look now. So I've come back with a more mature outlook, with a more protective outlook on my tazas. And for the ones that you guys that have been here, and ladies and gentlemen that have been here with me forever, I'm really appreciative. And I understand. And for the newcomers that appreciate the readings, and it's an Afro-Caribbean tradition. It's an Afro-Caribbean tradition. I am so happy that you guys understand, because my great-grandmother, my grandmother, and my mother, and me have not had a very good reception when we read that. That's why you could barely find anything on us, because it is so powerful. It's such a powerful thing, this taza. It's such an accurate reading that we have been shut down. And I'm still to this day experiencing the shutdown. We're going to plow through it. We're going to get through it. However, you know, I'm a human being. My energies kind of get dwindled. So I'm going to focus on what, you know, makes for a healthier interaction instead of a combative, antagonistic interaction. When it comes to us, like if it's a MAGA person, I don't care. I'm not talking about that. But when it comes to us, that we're on the same page, if it becomes antagonistic from one section to the other, I just won't do it, because we don't need that right now. And I don't need that right now. And you don't need that one right now. And people from, you know, this side and that side of our spectrum don't need that right now. So we're just going to skip through it. I'm going to move on, and I'm going to do something else. And if there's something very important that I want to do the taza on, even though I can have 100% blowback, I will do it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if it's that important, I don't care who doesn't like it. I will do it. Even if everybody unsubscribes, everybody gets upset, I will do it. Because in the long run, truth will shine. You will see, and then you would understand, and things will come out on the news, and you'll be like, oh shoot, you know, I was upset that she said that, and it did happen that way. I will reconsider the next reading, that sort of thing. So yeah. And that's that. My Cooper King, you was gonna walk with me. You want me to get that tail? So we're gonna say goodbye. I'm gonna go downstairs and watch a movie with Cooper and my husband. We're gonna watch Iron Man 2. Our Disney Plus is running out this month, so we're gonna just touch up on some movies before we lose our subscription. And well, I'll see you guys soon. Thank you. I'll see you soon. Thank you so much, everyone. Be well. You guys are so amazing. And to my old OG subscribers, and to my new subscribers, mature spiritual subscribers, I'm not talking to you. You guys have been amazing. It's like the in-between people that kind of quickly browse through, that's who I'm talking to. But I get such wonderful, wonderful support and feedback and understanding from OGs and from new people coming in that have been through this before or can understand, and they know what I mean, and they have been so mature and sophisticated in their understanding of what the readings are that I am floored. I am floored. Thank you so much. Thank you. Be well, everybody. Cooper, what you doing? Cooper. I'm telling you, Cooper looks like a lazy dog. He's not a lazy dog. He just loves a good pillow at night. And every time I'm making these videos, it's nighttime. Okay, everybody. Bye. When you want it. Bye, everybody. Good night.